What's happening?
You don't know what to do. Come and take a seat, my friend. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Healing one day at a time. Settle down, you'll be fine.
Welcome to Love and Laugh with Dani Luv, episode 12, Shame to Strength, Overcoming Depression. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a great Monday. So before we start, because this one is a heavy one, it may be heavy, it may not be, I don't know. But my guess, she doesn't seem like she's heavy. So she actually is in good shape. She does yoga. So we'll definitely, it may not be a heavy one, but just in case, let's do our box breathing. So you remember the box breathing where you breathe in on the count of 4. Let's try this. Breathe in. Hold it for 4. Let it out for 4. Breathe in. Hold it for 4. Let it out for 4. There. I hope that made you feel good and better because today we're talking about depression. It's so much fun. Yeah, so if you don't know what depression is, let me tell you what it is. Depression is a serious mood disorder that causes persistent feelings of sadness, emptiness, and a loss of interest in activities. It affects how you feel, how you think, how you handle daily activities like sleeping, eating, or working, and it often requires long term management and treatment. Depression is different for everyone, but it commonly includes a combination of the following: emotional, persistent feelings of sadness, hopelessness, worthlessness, or frequent tearfulness; behavioral, withdrawing from social activities, loss of interest in hobbies, and angry outbursts or irritability. I be having that, like, just random. My husband, he is such a great person because sometimes I have that with him. And cognitive difficulty concentrating and making decisions or remembering details, which I dealt with that today because I literally thought that we were booked for my cousin. I thought my cousin was doing a surprise party for her husband. Come to find out, it was not my cousin. It was my husband's friend at church somewhere. And I was just like, when did that happen? And it did. It happened. And he actually proved me to be wrong. And I was like, wow, I actually was wrong. Because usually, usually I'm not wrong. So, but this time I was. So thank you, depression, for making me wrong. Um, Physical, unexplained fatigue or lack of energy, significant changes in sleep, like insomnia, oversleeping, and changes in your appetite or your weight, which you already talked about that. I deal with cortisol issues. My weight is overweight, not because I eat really good, but because of the good stress that's inside of me that I've been working on getting out of me. I went to work out today, so I hope you guys are moving your bodies. Ate steak and omelet, and it went through me, so I should be full. I should be unfull in a bit, and yeah. So yeah, I don't plan on eating anything bad today. I usually eat salads, all that good stuff. So yeah, common types of depression comes in several forms, which may vary by severity and duration. We have major depressive disorder, which is characterized by intense, persistent symptoms that interfere with daily life for at least 2 weeks, at least, but sometimes it lasts longer in some of us. Persistent depressive disorder, a less severe but more chronic form of depression that can last for years. And postpartum depression, experienced by some women during pregnancy or after giving birth. Seasonal depression, which I deal with all of the depressions, but seasonal depression is when you are triggered by changing seasons and a lack of sunlight. And like for me personally, I think it's the change in seasons of, oh, wait a minute, my brother's birthday is coming up. Oh, why do I feel depressed if you lost your brother? Oh, my mom's birthday coming up. Oh, I feel depressed. So those are some different depressions. Because it's a medical condition, snapping out of it, boom, 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 is not possible. People always say that. Just snap on out of it. Just come on out of depression, child. You got it. It's not possible. What you need to do is get some real professional help. Hey, will you be around today? Oh, okay. I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. Let me see. Focus, do not disturb. What you need to do is get some real professional help that can help you. Like you can go to a therapist, you can get some medication, you can do both, like I am. I get medications, I go to therapy, I work it out because I don't want to be sad all the time. Like, who want to be around a sad heifer? Like, just sad all the time. How you doing? I'm sad. Don't nobody want to do that. So snapping out of it is not possible, but it is highly treatable. Effective treatments usually involve a combination of talk therapy with a licensed therapist and medications. So talking to your friends, that's great, but Shaniqua and Amanda cannot help you heal from depression. Thank you, boo. You said that great job going to the gym. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What's my favorite color? It is black. I'm just playing. My favorite color is purple. I picked a sad color. Like my favorite color is gray. Like no. New music out now. We'll check it out. Let me know what you think. All right. Yeah. Send us the music. Alive John. Got the advertisement. I don't stop people from advertising because you gotta get your hustle on. Hustle on. I don't know why that was so random. But yeah. So depression, wonderful depression. What else we got? Okay, so areas of the brain that depression affects. So here are the areas of the brain that depression affects. Yes, I have a degree in psychology, so I did pull up a diagram because that's just how I am. And why is this doing this? Get back to it. Okay. Yeah, so I did that. And here are the areas of the brain that depression affect. The amygdala is part of the group of structures deep in the brain that is associated with the emotions such as anger, pleasure, sorrow, fear, and sexual arousal. We call it an emotional charged memory, such as frightening situation activates the amygdala. Activity in the amygdala is higher when a person is sad or clinically depressed. And this continues even after recovery from depression. This increases in activity may actually cause the amygdala to enlarge. So, you want to do things to make sure that your amygdala is not enlarged. So, you feed yourself with positive things. You try to focus on those positive things so that your amygdala is not big like my forehead. You know, you want to make sure that you do what you got to do to make sure that you have a smaller amygdala, a healthy size amygdala, and y'all see it's on the side or whatnot. Now, disclaimer: I am not a therapist. I am just a person who has a psychology degree, bachelor psychology degree, and that is all. That's the farthest I decided to go because I'm lazy. Um, The basal ganglia, which is not pictured, the basal ganglia is related is a related group of structures deep in the brain. They are connected to and interact with structures that are closer to the brain surface. They may help facilitate movement and may be involved in memorizing, thinking, and emotional processing. Some studies have found shrinkage and other structural changes in the basal ganglia in people with depression. So, if you are depressed, it is possible that you can have memory issues and not know how to regulate your emotions because your basal ganglia is shrinking. The hippocampus, it plays a key role in processing long-term memory. Interplay between the hippocampus and the amygdala might account for the adage, once bitten, twice shy. It is this part of the brain that registers fear when you are confronted by a barking, aggressive dog, and the memory of such an experience may make you wary of dogs when you come across them later on in life. The hippocampus is smaller in some depressed people, and the research suggests that ongoing exposure to stress hormones impairs the growth of neurons in that part of the brain. Now, this is all according to Harvard Health Publishing. Moral of the story, you will have a small brain if you just allow depression to take over. And I don't want to be stupid. So, we are doing things to not allow depression to take over. So if you feel like you need help, you can seek out a therapist. BetterHelp.com. They usually have therapists that you can choose from that are for you. You can pick what kind of therapist you want. If you want somebody that's religious, somebody that's not religious, somebody that's a different culture, whatever you choose. That's where I started off was with BetterHelp, and I was with Cindy for a good 5 years, and then I went to another person. So, just want to help you out. If you are feeling like you experiencing depression, then get out there and get you some help. Also, you can contact 211, I think it is, or 411 or 988. I think 988 is for the suicide hotline. So just call one of them numbers if you really, really seriously need help, or call 911 and they will get you to it. So now for the fun part of the show. For the fun part of the show, I'm excited to have this guest. I met her in Texas. She lives in Houston, Texas. I don't. I live in Michigan. But we were at a comedy festival, and I believe she was a part of it. She has a comedy show coming up on June the 12th, the day before my brother's birthday. It's called the New Moon Comedy Show. She seems like a very, very fun young lady. So put your hands for my new friend. Hey. Hey.
I love that intro. I was literally thinking, because when you're talking about describing depression, I'm like, oh, A, I think I am still in it because like my memory has been shot lately, but also B, like I twerk for healing, not for hoeing. I say that on
Ooh.
it makes me feel so much better. Just some booty shaking. It like it
Yes.
your mood.
It's because I don't know how to twerk.
Oh, okay, so
I'm Black. I don't know how to twerk, but my husband kind of taught me how to twerk when we was like doing some freaky stuff, and so I'm better at twerking. So it's
yeah.
really fun when you kind of better at it. You can just like feel your booty cheek go bop bop bop.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
So
like
I'm a terrible dancer, but I did a show where like they gave you like an intro and like everyone was dancing beforehand. I was like, fuck, pardon my French. I was like, what am I gonna do? And so then I ended up just doing my like stupid Tina dance moves. Bob's Burgers. Like I'm not a good twerker or dancer. And I kept doing that enough where people I joke I have twerk fairies. Like people would pull me aside and be like, no, you got to do this. And so I need my pants to be loose for my booty to jiggle. So you can tell lock your legs and just heel to heel, heel to heel.
Girl.
But it makes me feel so much better. Like I have like a desire coach, like all these like people I've like professionals I've worked with for help. And yeah, it's like what makes you feel good, and twerking always makes like boosts my mood. Just acting silly just makes me have such a good time.
I love twerking.
Yes, me too.
It looked just like Bob's Burgers. I kept looking at it like that looks very familiar, and it was because of Bob's Burgers, how she be twerking. You look just like her.
Well, everyone's always like the face I make, and I'm like, okay, y'all don't understand. So I live in Houston now. I grew up in California in like the Bay Area, and then I lived in New York. And growing up in the Bay, it was like get hyphy, and so it was all like fizz face. So it was like, so whenever I'm dancing, I'm just making a mean like, oh, I smelled some dude's face.
Yeah, you had the form and everything. I was like, you
But
so
so, yeah, I just
good.
make a really stupid face.
Yeah, I was like, she looked just like her.
Yeah, thank you.
You know how to twerk. Yeah, I know how to twerk now. That's my husband.
I love it. That's your hubby.
He's supporting me.
I was gonna say,
It
good.
can
That's what
see
you
what I
need.
do. It can suck. It could be good. He'll be right there, and I'm like that for him too. It's a blessing to have that too, because I've been with people who have not. They be jealous of you,
Mhm.
like, ugh.
Yeah, or like, why are you like, drawing attention to us? It's like, yeah.
Right? What are you doing? Why do people
Yeah.
like you? Why are you
I
doing
was talking
comedy?
with my coach the other week actually, and like I think this is a great, especially for women, standard on like if someone's for you or not. But like I'm not like, don't let a guy make you change your closet. Because
Nope.
anytime I've had a guy, they want me to get rid of clothes,
Hmm.
that they're like, you don't wear this anymore. Like you shouldn't have to change anything. Don't
That's
change you.
controlling. Yeah, that's very
Closet.
controlling.
I'm not
I wanna
changing
ask you
it.
that's very controlling. I wanna ask you a question I ask everybody that shows
Mhm.
up on this, platform. What role did comedy play for you, in your personal life?
In my personal life, can you be more specific in terms of like what you mean by that?
Like, how does comedy help you? Um, Actually, I usually have the question written down, but I don't, so I'm trying to make it up.
I respect that. You mean like how does it maybe
Oh my gosh, I'm like on your show, I'm just all not in order. Like I usually have everything together.
it's
Okay, so here's
fine.
the question. What have you been through that you are still dealing with, and how is comedy helping you go through that?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I'm constantly, imposter syndrome, constantly feeling like I'm not good enough, or like I remind myself, like I teach yoga to senior citizens, and
Mm,
it's always like, to age is a blessing. Not everyone gets, but also like you're the oldest you are today, because I'm
mhm,
always telling myself I'm too old, but it's like tomorrow today I'm younger than I'm going to be tomorrow, right? So like yeah, I'm always just really hard on myself, and that's where a lot of like anxiety and my depression comes, or um, comparing myself, or, like the usual things like that I think we all go through. Comedy sometimes triggers that a lot,
mhm.
but it definitely helps me in the sense of like just having something to do that's like creative, it's fun, it's for me. It's not like I'm just, because it's easy to get caught up, I think, and just you have to work, work, work to make an income. And
Mhm.
obviously, I want comedy to be my main source of income.
As we
We
do.
all want that, right? That's the dream.
Mhm.
But it's just great to have some sort of creative outlet that's fun and where you can kind of be that dreamer, but you're not just like in a phone screen. You're actually out on stage doing things. If that
Mm.
makes sense. The doing of it helps me the most.
Now you are a beautiful person. I haven't known you that long, but you're beautiful inside and out. So my question is, what would
Thank
you
you.
want to compare yourself to somebody else?
Oh man, I do it constantly. I've been doing it like forever. I've always been doing it. Never thought I'm good enough. It's funny, but like I always feel like I try to talk about it on stage, but I haven't quite figured it out. But like growing up, um, I'm a brunette. I always felt like the second class because I'm brunette, not like the blonde, like, but I don't know. It's silly. But and then you grow up, especially as a lady, you compare yourself to the people on magazines, and like
Mhm.
there's always like not enough, right?
So easy
So
to compare
yeah.
those, and I don't get it. It's usually the pretty people too. Like I don't know. Like when I was a kid, I used to get picked on, but I was small, and I didn't. I mean, I was had a good little shape. I always had a big booty. I've always
Mhm.
been small until now, and I mean, I'm not fat, but I'm not Big Bertha. But compare myself to myself. I've always had a good shape, and people would pick on me because I'm short.
Mhm.
And but I never wanted to be tall. I always liked who God created me to be. But it
Mhm.
makes you kind of think like, dang, maybe I should have been taller because why is this? But I feel like it's always going to be something. There's always going to be something that people can talk about, people can compare you to,
Yeah.
everything. So
I've been reading the Mel Robbins. Have you heard of Mel Robbins?
yeah,
Yes, so I've been reading her Let Them book. And it's silly, but it's true. It's like, like everyone's always thinking exactly what you're thinking or I'm thinking about ourselves. The people that you think are thinking about you are thinking the same about themselves. Like everyone's like, oh, I wish I was this. Always like, everyone's got their thing. So it's like, okay, let them do whatever. I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to focus on me because that's all you really can do. It's just, yeah, I don't know why I think that way. I don't know why anybody else does. I think it's just because we're humans. We're all human. And
yeah.
humanity, like to question, like, why am I this way?
But it's amazing that we have those questions and we already have everything that we need.
Yeah.
Like Hannah, beautiful picture, beautiful person, everything you need, you already have it.
Yeah.
Everything I need, I already have it.
Yeah.
So like, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah. Right? Well, I think that's life, right? Like, is getting closer to like, because it's one thing to consciously know it, and it's another thing to like somatic, like internalize it in your body, where you feel that truth. And so I think that is like a big part of the human experience, is coming more and more to feeling and embodying that truth. Because if we already knew it and we already had it and we already lived it, then what the fuck? Why are we here? You know what I mean?
It's an experience. You're forever trying to become better. And it's funny because it seemed like when I thought I made it, then some more trauma happened.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, okay, I'm meditating, I'm praying, I'm grounding, I'm focusing on positive stuff, I'm journaling, I'm feeding the positive, I'm doing all the things. I'm happy. People can come to me for whatever kind of stuff because I'm full already. And then, bam, brother passed away. Oh, and I wrote a book. So I'm like, I was like on top. I had the book signing, everything, and then bam, brother passes away.
Yeah.
So it's like when you feel like you kind of getting up there and then something happens, it's like, dang. So now I got to start all over again. But I think it's very important for us to not compare ourselves to people. But it's very hard, like you say, comedy will make you, it's hard to do that when you're in comedy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially in like any sort of performance field, right? Because like you are the product. So like, just like I go on Amazon and I compare products, like that's quite literally what audience members, what bookers, what clubs are doing. They're comparing like, okay, how's her product? How's her product? What's this brand? But just because one person might choose someone over you doesn't change your worth, right? That has to, like you say, come from yourself, like fill yourself up.
Exactly. And it's like we have to continue to tell ourselves that because we will get passed over. You can be the best comedian in life and they'll pick somebody else that's better than you to them.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's understanding what's for you, what God has for you is for you. And you're not gonna miss out on anything that's for you.
Yeah. Well,
Like
and in choosing yourself, right? You go first, right? So
mhm,
you choose and like declare that you're enough first, and then
mhm,
other people can follow, but you choose. You have to go first.
exactly.
And the only way out is through, boo. So like whatever you're
Mhm.
in, you just gotta go through it.
That's good. That's really good, Hannah. You gotta go through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How is the comedy scene in your area? Because I'm in Michigan, and
Yeah.
when I came to Texas, y'all seemed so nice. It was so many beautiful women that were like encouraging. We were encouraging each other. I was like, dang, I would move here. Like it was just everybody was so nice. Was it like that because it was a festival, or is it really like that in Texas?
I mean, I think it's all your perspective, right? Like I have times where I'm like, oh my God, everybody loves me. And then I have times where I'm like, everyone hates me. But that's like my perspective. Cause like I'll drive my boyfriend crazy talking about it. And he'll be like, what are you talking about? Everyone loves you. Like, and he'll do the same thing. And he's a comic too. And so
Oh, your
but
boyfriend's a comic?
well, yeah, he's a comic too.
My husband's a comic.
Oh, what? I love that.
They
See,
used to say don't date comedians, but
well, people tell you not to date another comic, but I actually really love it because I feel like we can relate to each other on like the comedy struggle. We
yes.
understand the scheduling because it's so hard to date.
Easy. Yeah.
Um, and I don't know if you feel this way, but I'm so that girl where I'm like, if you're not a comic and you're like trying to come on to me and you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. You do comedy. Oh, you're so brave. Oh, you're awesome. I'm just like, get out of here. Get out of my face. Like,
stand out. Get away.
I go home and I cry in the mirror and I'm like, you're so brave. What you do is so cool, Hannah. You're amazing. So like the same stuff you're telling me, I'm like, get away from me, loser. So,
right. Tell me that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I love that he's a comic too, but
Wow.
but I think
you guys been together.
Yeah. I love that you're a comic too.
How long have you guys been together?
Like 2.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is real. This is real love. Okay.
I know.
Like my boyfriends are comic, my girlfriend's a comic, and they be like, "Oh, we've been together for 5 days." Like, oh, okay.
Honey.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
I love that.
How long have you and your man been together?
We've been married for 2 years, and we've been overall been together for like 3 years, I would say. Yeah,
So
we dated for a year, and then we got married. And before that, we were friends. We've known each other since 2018. So.
Oh, beautiful.
And I started doing comedy in 2021, and he did too. So we kind of took a comedy class.
Okay.
Reconnected. It was like, oh, I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So y'all kind of been on the journey together. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he started before me a little bit, but his official date was 2021. But he started when he was like 19, but then he stopped and then he came back in 2020.
Yeah, that was me. That was me too. Like first time I ever got on stage, I was like 19, 20, and too young to like really take it serious and like believe that I could actually do anything with it. And so stopped, started, and so for me, being in Houston has been a real blessing. It's been really nice to get to start fresh in a new scene. And I do think the Houston scene is like, it's very diverse. It's welcoming. People are very friendly. I think it's like, I don't know, like Houston's funny. Like we're more friendly to comics that we haven't met yet. Because we're like, ooh, who are you? But then once you know, you were like, yeah, whatever.
That's just Dani.
Exactly. We're like, actually, I don't really know about you anymore. But when we first meet you, we're very nice.
Yeah, I never been to Houston, but I'm gonna try to come out there. I know San Antonio got some good food, so I'm assuming that Houston does too.
The food is incredible. It's really, really good. And there's all types of cuisine because I moved from New York to Houston and I was in Queens and I was like, where am I going to get my Thai? Where am I going to get my Indian food? Houston's so diverse and like they have like every different region even, like it's not just Indian food, it's like, different regions within the country. They've got it all. It's really good.
Okay. Well, what made you decide to be a comedian?
So my family's crazy and like, looking back, I feel like I was always like wanting to be a comic. I just didn't know what a stand-up comedian was. Cause like I grew up before like Hulu and Netflix and all the comedy specials. And so the first time I saw stand-up was when I worked at a comedy club. And that was my first job when I moved to New York. And, but before then I remember watching Sex and the City and Miranda goes on this terrible date at a comedy club. And I was like, gross. I never want to do that. I never want to go there. This is disgusting. But I always wanted to be a comedic actress. Like I grew up with all the sitcoms and I wanted to have my own and be on one of those. And I thought they were comedians. I didn't, and like, I guess they are in a sense, like there's different types of comedy that's not stand-up, right? But I would always like make notes of funny things my dad would say or my mom would do because I'd be like, oh, we're going to use this later, which is what you do when you're a stand-up. And and so I found my first job when I moved to New York was at a comedy club.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was in acting school, and the second year of the conservatory I was in, they were like, okay, we've got an elective class. You get to choose. Stand-up was one of them. And I was very like, is it okay that I'm swearing like a mad woman? Or
you had it.
Cool. Yeah. So thank you. I got to drop some F-bombs. No, but I was like, fuck y'all. This is my thing. Like I just always was like, anyone trying to be funny, I'm like, that's my thing. Go
Girl, we just saw you twerking. So
yeah. And but anyway, so people were taking the class at the school, and I was like, why would I do that? I work at the comedy club, so I just took their class. And then I started doing, some of the new talent nights there. I started doing open mics. I never really went more than like I had a couple of times where I'd go multiple times in a week, but for the most part, I was like treating stand-up as a lot of annoying actors in LA and New York do, as like a vehicle to do acting, right? And so I wasn't really pursuing it as like a serious stand-up. But it was always in the back of my mind, like I'd stop, start, and the auditioning process and acting is like, well, like you have to beg someone to invite you to maybe be on their thing, and you don't even know what their thing is yet. You don't even know if you want to be on their thing yet, because you don't get the script. So I always liked stand-up more because it was like, well, I get to know what I'm going to do and enjoy it, and I get to do my own thing, and I get to perform when I want to perform, how I want to perform. And
the funny thing is, a lot of stand-up comedians use stand-up to get into acting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it
the other way around.
It annoys me because I love acting. I'm actually an actor before a comedian. I've been acting way longer than doing stand-up.
Yeah.
And it'd be like people that are funny, but they suck at acting, and you'd be like why they get that part?
Yeah.
There's some people that's funny that's good at acting, but then there's some people that like really suck at acting. You'd be like, dang.
100%.
Yeah, but I don't care. That goes back to comparing yourself.
100%. But hey, it's human. I think, like talking about like depression and overcoming, for me, like a big thing, and it's easier said than done. Like you can't do it. Not that you can't, but it's hard to do in the moment. It's just to kind of catch yourself and remember, like, hey, you're human. You're not perfect. It's okay to make a mistake. Just acknowledge it and then keep it moving, sister. Like I do a lot of inner child work with my coach. I'm sure.
Yes, me too. I used to. I haven't in a while, but I probably should get back to that. How long have you been dealing with depression?
I would say, gosh, most of my life. Like I'm not on any medications now, but I was always on like, anxiety medication, like, depression medication, mood stabilizers. I'm very manic depressive. All growing up. It's just been like maybe the past like 3-ish years or 6 that I haven't been on anything, because I've just been more of the like, breathe, awareness, like hold hands with some rocks journey. And that really worked when I first moved to Texas, because I didn't have as much going on because I moved during the pandemic. But I say it on stage, but I did get way too into manifesting. So I have no money. And
you can manifest any money. Okay.
No, literally, I was just like, yes, we're going to manifest this trip. Oh my God, look at this, a cash advance.
That's that comedian.
That's not manifesting, Hannah.
Good old broke comedians. They're wonderful.
They're sending you this. They know what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
So now I've been working a lot, so it's been harder to be mindful and practice that self-care that I was doing before. So I think, depression's kind of like an STD. You have flare-ups. It never quite leaves. You don't need to.
Look at that. Yeah.
But it's a good thing to say at a first take, because people might want to know. Because
you might want to put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's like an STD.
Yeah, because like literally, I had
graduated. We all shared a chapstick once, okay?
Right, the herpes just come out of nowhere. You're like, wait a minute, I thought I fixed this, and it just
oh no, I'm stressed.
Girl, it's so funny because like before I got depressed again after my brother, before the second time or the fifth time, I don't know, the millionth time that I became depressed, and that was my brother. Right before that, I had graduated therapy. My therapist was like, "There's nothing else we can do. You're good," and I was like, "Oh, bet."
That's a great therapy.
Back in there.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're grieving, right? There's stages of the grieving process.
Definitely.
And depression's part of that.
Right?
Because it's like the denial, wanting to go back.
Yeah.
Anger.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun times.
I am that crazy bitch that loves grief. I love grief. I did this women's thing, this women's coaching thing in like 2019, and we did a grief ritual. And at the time, there was a girl in it because I made fun of it because that's what I do. I'm a comedian. Like this is how I like process things and cope with things when I'm uncomfortable. The things that hurt me the most are what I have to like go and make a joke about because that's where I process and cope. And so I was making fun of it because I was like, all these hippie dippy woo woo things. Like I joke about them on stage, but I still keep showing up for them. Like I love them. Okay. Even though I make fun of them. I was making fun of this thing that we did. And a girl in the class was like really upset and really triggered by me making fun of it. I remember that. And like the lady who led the course was really nice and like sat us both down and was able to like hold space for both of us and what we were feeling. And but she said some great things, and it was like a lot of quotes, but one was like the mark of a mature person is someone who can hold gratitude in one hand and grief in the other, right? And so it's kind of like saying, don't be sad that it's over, be happy that it happened. And yeah, but if you can ever go to a grief ritual, do it. It's so much fun. And it's so healing.
Yeah, because both can be true at the same time. But it's very difficult to do that, to be like, oh, I'm grateful, but then I'm sad because my loved one is here.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful at the same time because I'm still here.
Yeah.
And I can keep going,
Well, and I think a big thing with like depression and anxiety and stuff is it comes up because we're trying to, this is why I try to not do medicine anymore, is and nothing against medicine. It's like it can be very helpful.
I understand. I didn't want to do it at all, but I had no other choice. I was on the floor.
For sure.
I tried not to for 3 years, 2 years. And by the 3rd year, I was like, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like it's not like, because a big fear is that it changes who you are. It doesn't. It just helps make it easier for you to take care of yourself and do what you need to do. It kind of takes, the roadblocks away a little bit. But ultimately, I find all these like mental things that we struggle with are really just like a deeper, a symptom of a deeper problem of, hey, we're not being true to ourselves. We're maybe not saying yes when we're saying yes when we mean no, right? Vice versa. Not asking for what we want, ignoring our desires and our feelings. And so, like, especially like depression, right? Like we think that we have to be happy all the time, right? It's okay to be sad. It's okay to hold space for that sadness and improv. Yes, and I'm sad, and carry the sadness. I'm going to let the sadness be here with me, and I'm going to hold myself along the way as I do what I need to do. And that's kind of, the inner child work and things like that, where I joke about it on stage too, but it's actually really helpful where you're like going back in and you're like, okay, this shame that I'm feeling, this isn't adult me right now. This is little me having a response from memories. Okay, I'm going to feel that feeling. I'm going to let her be here and I'm going to love her. And rather than shun her away, right? And I'm still going to go do the thing I need to do, but she gets to be here and she gets to cry along the way. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But grief is the best. You get in community and everybody takes a turn crying. Like there are no witnesses. Everybody has to go in the center and grieve. And grief looks different for everybody. Some people cry, some people talk, some people are quiet, some people scream, some people get really angry. But it's just such a beautiful thing to let yourself be witnessed in what you're feeling, because I think that's a big thing too we get, and that's the kind of the shame, right? We don't want to be vulnerable and be seen, but ultimately what all these feelings inside us really want is to just be seen. To be seen.
Well, somebody puts it.
So I love grief. So I'm sorry that you're there. It's not fun to experience, but it's like grief is the way we honor what we love. So that's a beautiful
thing. I've always looked at grief as like, if you're grieving for so long over a person, it shows how wonderful this person is. Because brother, he was like one of those people, one of those one of a kind type of people, just so sweet, give you anything off of his back, and just a beautiful person. And then the fact that I was able to experience him is a huge blessing, because you would not meet people like him, And so I really like that perspective that you said. Like you have to grieve, but you also have to keep going at the same time. So you're holding on to your inner child and you're moving forward.
Yeah.
It was
Well, because it
easy.
never goes away. It just changes, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Like grief, it never goes away. It just,
It just changes. Yeah. It just transcends into something else. It's something else.
yeah.
um, yeah. 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 I don't even know what I was about to say. I had a thought but lost it. My husband said that's a great perspective, Hannah.
Oh, thanks. yeah.
Great perspective. Wow. I forgot what I was about to say. You said something that triggered something. I don't know, but I mean, to help our audience members, anybody that's dealing with depression, what would be your top thing that you would say helped you get through it or deal with it?
So I've gone through phases, and sometimes it's like, because I like that you're talking about different types of depression. I think
Hmm.
when you're in like more subtle phases, it can be kind of hard to even realize that you are depressed. You're
Hmm.
saying some of the stuff, I'm like, oh man, Hannah, actually, you've been really depressed. Because like the past couple of months, I've been super like irritable. I've been really tired. I've been so forgetful. I've been like, why do I have brain fog?
Hmm.
Um, and I'm like, oh, I've been like, I'm just tired. It's like, no, I think I've actually been pretty depressed.
Right.
But then I went through phases where I was like really depressed. Like anybody that would message me on Facebook, like I was in my 20s and girls embarrassing, but guys would slide in the DMs like thinking they're gonna like, hit it. And they'd be like, how are you? I'd be like, oh, suicidal. And I've got like guys. I got guys on Zoom.
Oh, I'm about to jump off of a bridge. How are you?
Yeah, no, seriously. And I got like dudes like on Zoom, like FaceTime. This like 10 years ago, like, wanted to like have a booty call, but via FaceTime, trying to like, finish on my back while I'm just like being at the same time, like, don't kill yourself, like
So sexy. You like sitting there with the rope and just like with the
okay.
gun like
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
you
it's a
stop
whole
me
different
from hurting
type of
myself.
genre. It's insane. But
Look at God stopping me from hurting myself by somebody trying to get a booty call. Look, that is wonderful.
and you know what? And they are still not phased. They're like, yeah, no, I'm into
That's
gossip.
how dudes are. They're so nasty. They're like, wait a minute, before you kill yourself, can you give me your address?
Yeah.
I
Can you
don't
just
want
turn
your
around
life.
real quick? I want to see it one more time.
Just give
That's
me
the
4 minutes.
beauty.
Okay, give me 4. Give me 4 minutes. I got you.
Yeah. It's gonna be a shame that one's gonna be in the chiller.
Right? Maybe I
But
changed your mind. I don't know, but
yeah. But I guess like I say that and like you got to be able to laugh, and like for me I have to remind myself everything's temporary, right? And like somebody said this to me once when I was really in it, and I feel like like suicide's a permanent fix to a temporary problem. So that's something important to remember. And I am very like spiritual. Like I know I do like an astrology show, but I am very like, I guess that's like new worldy, but I do very much believe in God and like higher power. And I like, this is some woo woo shit, I'll tell you, but I have a friend that was like really, really dealing with that stuff too. And like, I was there with her, like when like we both saw like something come, but like spirit does not approve of it. Like you think you got it bad now, don't ever end yourself because it would be way worse than you ever thought. Don't do
way
that.
worse.
Very much frowned upon.
Way worse.
I remember. Yeah, it's very much frowned upon. Don't do it. But also, if not for me, for like,
for yourself. Like me and my husband was talking about that. We was talking about people who want to, and it's funny because I was suicidal at one point, and I'm like, I would never, and it happened. But I called 988 for help because I'm still here, and I'm glad I'm still here. But we was talking about that. People that are suicidal, like, why end it now? We all are going to not be here at some point. Like, live your life. Like at some point, we all got to go. Like everybody is gonna have to die eventually. So why not get all you can get out of the life that you're in right now? Because you don't know what's gonna happen on the other side. Like you do that, then it, like you said, it's gonna be worse.
Yeah. Well, and
like,
everything is.
Oh shoot!
Yeah. Well, and everything's a lesson, right? So it's like, I very much believe in reincarnation and stuff. And it's like, and not that you have to for this to be true, but like whatever you're experiencing in life is like predetermined lessons set for you. Like I personally believe you make a deal, like your spirit, before you come into this plane and this reality where like, okay, whatever you're meant to experience, you agreed to this lesson and this path, but you don't know what it's going to look like. You know, it's like ordering a drink at the bar. You say, this is the flavor profile I want, and you agree, but you have no idea what type of glass it's going to be in, or how it's going to be served to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like blind ordering a birthday cake. You're like, I want a cake. This is what
I don't know what kind of cake it's gonna be.
Yeah, the box of chocolates theory, I guess.
And for me, I believe that we all have free will. Like we respect each other's beliefs, but I feel like we all have free will. So like if God tells us, you know, he gives us a purpose and a destination, but we can always do something to mess it up. Like, you know what? Don't go over here. I'm gonna go over here anyway. You know, don't do drugs. Don't do crack. Okay. And you do crack anyway. You have a shorter life. It's like I chose to do crack.
Yeah.
You know, versus not doing crack and living longer. But then sometimes things just happen. You know, and honestly, I feel like if a person kill themselves, they're going to hell. And it's like you're burning up, you know, and I don't know because I've never been there before or whatever, but whatever you believe, whatever I believe, it's not going to be a good outcome.
Yeah, no, it's a setback. It's a setback.
Yeah, it's definitely a setback.
It's definitely a setback. That's like the understatement of the century.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Picture me as like a little guardian angel, just like, oh, honey.
I don't think you can get up like, just walk around carrying your head like I didn't mean to hurt myself. Oh well. Pull your head back together. You know, if you chop your head off, you can't be like, oops, my bad. Like that's the one thing. Like we can all make mistakes and do dumb stuff. Like I've done some stupid stuff.
Of course, me too.
Some things was reversible. A lot of things were reversible, but hurting yourself, you can't reverse it.
Well, and if you see yourself as like, you know, in God's image, right? You're kind of hurting God, right? If you're hurting yourself. But also, I don't know, like the biggest thing I find, and this is going to sound so lame after everything we said with depression, is because like when I was really, really depressed, I went through a phase where I was like, you know what, just talk about it. Tell it. Just like booty calls. I'm telling the world. And all it did was make me more depressed, right? Because you're speaking, right? It's words, spells, you're casting spells.
Words, yeah.
So you're
got to watch what you say. That's good.
Yeah. So you can be sad, right? Don't ignore your sad. Hold space for it. Feel it. Share it with people that you trust, like close friends or professionals. But at the same time, it's not something you make your identity and say, because then you're only reinforcing that, right? So I was starting to, when I was really, really sad, because I was saying it to everyone and like anyone got to hear about my depression, and I was the bartender. And all these union guys coming for beers, and they had to deal with me telling them why I'm sad.
Yeah,
because some guy ate my ass.
They go the opposite way. Like, oh, Hannah, over here. Nope. I'm out of here.
Yeah, but so
I was like that. I had to really check myself and be like, no, what are you speaking into your life? You have to be positive, because you can't keep saying I'm depressed, because you will, even though you're dealing with that, it doesn't mean that you have to walk into it. Like there's power in the tongue. Life and death is in the tongue. So you want to speak life for yourself, or do you want to speak death? And if you consistently speaking death, that's what's going to happen. And that's why I try to consciously speak life, because what you feed is going to grow, and what you don't feed will eventually die.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's beautifully said, right? And like just with like comedy, your passion, right? Feeds your passion, so it grows. And what you focus on gets better, and what you stop focusing on will eventually die. Like you can be really depressed, and you start focusing on the positive. It feels fake and stupid at first. And then the more you do it, the easier it gets, the more it becomes second nature, the more the other thing falls away. And if you keep identifying, I think this is a thing too, like how you identify what you say about yourself, you start to believe is true, and others start to believe is true for you too, right? So you say I'm depressed over and over. You start identifying as a depressed person. So then you start acting as someone who's depressed. Whereas like, okay, well, maybe normally you would say yes to go out with that friend, but because you're identifying as someone who's depressed, you're trying to stay in or do something that a depressed person would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta speak positivity. I knew somebody that was ugly. Okay, she looked horrible. And you couldn't tell her she was ugly. She dressed to the nines. She dressed so beautifully. And eventually I was like, dang, she is fine. But she physically she was not cute. But she made herself look cute.
She felt herself. It comes from within. It really does.
She had that aura, she had that energy. It was like, I'm beautiful. I don't care what y'all say. I'm beautiful. Because you can't help how you look. You can't come out and be like, oh, because it takes all to make the world go around. Ugly looking people, cute people. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And when I say she wasn't nothing to really look at, but she was beautiful. She made herself beautiful.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's just like, how you identify, right? And like, even like weight loss and things like that, right? When you identify, okay,
I got on myself. That's something I'm working on.
Yeah. Well, so like, because, teaching yoga and everything, like if you identify as like, okay, I'm a person who's overweight, right? Or I'm like, your mind goes to these things of like, you have to say, okay, well, picture your higher self, right? Who am I becoming is a great question to start asking. Who am I becoming? Okay, what is that? Who am I becoming? What does this person do? What does their day look like? And start living as though you're that person today, right? Okay, I'm becoming like a top selling touring comedian. Okay, what does her day look like? Okay, she wakes up in the morning. Does she jerk off for 30 minutes? Probably not. I think she
needs her business. She needs her hands for typing and sending.
Exactly. She gets dirty. She sits down. She starts typing jokes for 30 minutes, right?
Yes, that's what she does. She writes every day. Yes, exactly. I am the person that I was a few years ago. I worked out 5 times a week. What did Danielle a few years ago do? She worked out 5 times a week. She ate healthy. Didn't eat healthy all the time, but she ate healthy for the most part. She was positive and she was disciplined, and that's what I choose to be. So I thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, and it's, I don't know, it's like I really like the improv, the yes and. That always helps me to remember, because it's like one day at a time. Okay, yes, and today she had French fries. Tomorrow is a new day, right?
Solid.
Let yourself start over again every day.
And that is my motto. Beautiful Ridgeway LLC's motto is healing one day at a time.
I love that.
What we can do.
Yeah.
I thank you, Hannah, for being on my show and for being a beautiful guest, for giving us some good insights regarding depression. Pretty much, if you're dealing with depression, you have to speak positive, journal, talk to a professional, and just take it one day at a time.
Yeah, this too shall pass.
This too shall pass.
And just, something like real quick that I always like to remember, because like you've been there too, like I think about it, I'm like, man, if I had like ended things when I was really, really sad, if I wasn't here today, I would never have had the experiences that I've had now. Like, remember that you can prove to your current self, if you're really sad, your future self can make you so much happier, where you can look back and be like, wow, it gets better. Cliche, but it gets better.
It does. I love that. I sing on the praise team at my church.
Oh, right? I love that.
And the praise team is like 6 people that sing. We have to, and I was up there singing, and I just started crying from joy, because a few weeks, I think this was last year, I think maybe last year or 2 years ago, I literally called the number of the suicide hotline number, and I did not do it. And I was just like, wow, I'm so glad I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did not harm myself. Like, God's image, like, that's crazy. And I'm just so glad that, like you said, your future self will show you some beautiful things. You just got to hold on and stay here.
Well, and so much can happen in a year when we're like in the fog of it. Everything seems so like permanent and like so long and so heavy. But like you can look back and like you can be a completely different person in a completely different place in a year. And it feels like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not really long.
No, it goes by quick because you're like, you know, show coming up, you're like, oh, you got all the time to promote. And then like a week before the show, you're like, oh God, and then you're on Instagram and stuff.
Where'd it go? Yeah, exactly.
On my show. I have no one here.
Fly to Houston if you're in Michigan. Come.
Please, anybody. I'll give you free tickets. Just
no, for real.
I want to be full in there. I want to look like I'm doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have anything else to say before we get out of here?
No, otherwise it was so lovely to meet you, and like thank you for having me on your show. And yeah, I hope to stay connected. And I mean, if anyone wants to follow me, they can find me on Instagram. It's my first name, Hannah A650. And if you're in Houston, come to the show. If you have points, if you have miles, take a trip this weekend. Come to the show.
Yes, come to the show. What do I put up the wrong thing? Oh no, I didn't.
I know that's me about to twerk. Yay!
Yeah, come to the show in Houston. Oh yeah, we about to see this twerking one more time. Look, just like Bob the Burger. Bob the Burger. Yes, and if you are in Michigan, then please come to me and my husband's show. It's called Laffirmations. It'll be on Father's Day.
That's so cute. Y'all are adorable. Oh, did I lose you?
I don't know what happened, but
I know. I was gonna say, I was like, oh, I guess that's the end.
hey, I was like, thank you. But it just completely see when I try to promote myself, that's okay. If you are in Michigan, Laffirmations, it is on Father's Day. And look, I'm trying to find the flyer.
That's such a cute flyer. Y'all are adorable.
Thank you. It is pretty much what we were talking about. It is doing like, you know how people do the roast, but we're doing a roast that is not roasting you. It's like a nice roast. Like you said smart, blah 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 or whatever. Like, you know, like an affirmation type of roast. That's what it is.
Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
This will be our first time.
I love that.
Huh?
I love that. That's a great idea.
Thank you. Me and my hubby came up with it. This will be our first show, and we're hoping that it'll become, you know, bigger and bigger. We can just like take it to different places and stuff. And we're excited to have our friends, Smada Adams. He's very funny, and Toy Too Tall. She's very funny. We usually have them on our stuff because it feels good to have comedians who are professional and who will do what they got to do and funny. So, so that always works. And yeah, so that's a hint. That is the end of our show. I am coughing.
No, you're good.
I know you played us a screen. What'd you say, Hannah?
I said this was so fun. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad you came. You guys, thank you for joining us with Hannah Abney. We may have her on our show again, maybe next year, maybe the rest of the later on this year. I don't know if she got some more shows coming up. We can talk about that. And this has been Love and Laugh with Dani Luv.
You don't know what to do. Come and take a seat, my friend. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Healing one day at a time. Sit on down. You